I love entertaining, but what this courtyard lacks is a focal point, like a bar. I'm going to show you how to repurpose some old pallets to make a quirky and interesting bar, and it'll save you serving the drinks out of a bucket.
These are all the tools and equipment you'll need to make a pallet bar. We're going to use some pine, some hardwood, and to give it a quirky look, we're going to repurpose some pallets. The first thing you need to do is cut the pallet in half to make the two sides for your bar. So I'm going to measure and mark the centre point. Flip the pallet over, measure and mark the centre, and cut the other side. If your circular saw doesn't cut deep enough, use a handsaw to finish off the cut. Next, mark your edges with a 45-degree angle and then cut. When you're cutting the mica, it's a good idea to have a friend hold on to the pallet to keep it steady. The two halves will eventually become the two sides of your bar. Measure and cut the blocks for your bar. These will become the supports as well as being the fixing points for the bar top. Bang the blocks into place with a hammer and then secure them with screws. Now that we've got the sides cut and blocked, it's time to attach the bar using bugle screws. Measure your pallets and then transfer the measurements to your decking and cut it. Attach your decking to the pallets using a fixing gun. The great thing about the decking is that if there's any unevenness with the pallets, it'll straighten it all out. To make the bench top, we need to cut a series of mitre and straight cuts so that the bench top will follow the contours of the frame. Once again, measure the frame, then transfer those measurements onto the hardwood to make your cuts. To attach the bench top, line up your cut timber, remembering to leave a 50mm lip on the inside. Then drill your pilot holes and attach with batten screws. Place the side, remembering once again to leave the 50mm lip, and then cut off the excess so the hardwood follows the line of the bar. Our bar's really taking shape. Now we need to fill the screw holes and the miter joints with wood filler. Wait for it to dry, give it a good sanding, and because I want to bring out the grain and protect the top, I'm going to use an exterior grade varnish. The great thing about this bar is you can personalise it any way you like. You can add a shelf using the same process as we used on the bar top. You can give it a lick of paint in any colour you like. It's totally up to you. With just a few additional pieces of timber, we've managed to repurpose some old pallets to create a quirky bar. And you can use it indoor or outdoor, and it's a great conversation piece for parties.